gonna be my man Arhi first up over for the team 1 versus Angel Dark. As he's delving into the cover of stealth. Arhi got himself the Earth Elemental. The Rogue may just want to wait out until the Earth Lily is gone and then open up. As the Earth Lily crumbles to the ground, the Rogue opens up. Gonna be a quick knockback by Arhi. Try to see if he can displace the Rogue. We'll have to be very, very careful. That is a Sepsis rolling on him. I don't know if that is a death mark either. The Rogue looking to maybe dodge out of there. Seeing the Ghost, he's a little bit concerned. Does go for a shot. It's a cheap shot, but that's a full DR into Arhi. He actually has the full ability to finally play the game for a bit. Angel does dive into restart. Does he have a Flame Shock on him? He does not. That's what Arhi needs to make sure. I guess the Rogue did cloak, but you gotta reapply a Flame Shock. You gotta deny the Rogue the ability to catch a proper reset. Also, you better position yourself in a good spot to knock him back. If you're looking to knock the Rogue back with a Thunderstorm, you better be in a good spot. Try to see if you can go for it, but look at the distance the Rogue can reach it. He's literally attacking it from another zip code. Stun totem onto Angel. Is going to get stunned up. Does have a trinket in case he needs to. Arhi burned all his maelstrom in order to give himself a little bit of survivability. Does have a second capacity totem. Disorient to the Rogue. Quick evasion. Big ascendance out of Arhi. Does use it as a cooldown. Quick disarm. Arhi may be kind of limited to knocking the Rogue back, but the blades of the dots. Oh, as it just explodes and it's a puddle of green. Blind by Angel as Sovi goes in for the opener. In this range, I think he's hoping to maybe get a trick out of Sovi. Angel still holding on to his trinket. Sap onto Sovi. Doesn't have cooldown, so at least he's going to back up out of the completely, but still should control the fight. Does go in for a bit of a reset. He's kind of trying to decide whether he wants to run away from the Rogue or stay next to him. Looks like he's going to be Sap. Get a shot right after. Try to see maybe he can force some cooldowns on him. Does get a trick out of Sovi, so he's actually in a fantastic spot. Trick out of Angel right now. Does not have his blind anymore, but Angel's going to in a bad spot. Sovi, I think, may just have him. Sovi swapping into, I think, Assassination Rogue of their own, actually. I don't think they were playing sub that time around. Angel going to be up next. Charging out as a big old Paladina. The camera's up kinds of bugged out because I think you got blinded as you got sapped. By the way, Skybox looks amazing in this place. You're never going to get to see it until you get this camera angle. Oh my god, it looks so good. Shield of Vengeance right now, going to be a big burst out of Sovi. Enter maybe in a bit of trouble. Does he bubble this one? Blinder to the Rogue. Does he have him here? No trick unavailable. Trying to see if he can hammer him down. Lay on hand, stun right after. Is that going to be another? Oh, it does get to wipe him out, but the dots are still rolling on you. Are you just going to die to the dots? You go potentially melt. There's a spike right inside of you. Spike in your chest, you gotta get it out. Gonna be Jesus up next as a unholy death knight. Tried to slow down Enter, but the man got plenty of mobility, hand of freedom, just trying to see if he can escape him. Are you buffed up? Yes, you are. Next auto attack, you see him crackling with yellow lightning. Get that Super Saiyan crackle going on. Next auto attack is gonna proc wings for Enter. He could use that to survive or do damage, either or. Try to see if he can get aggressive with Jesus. It's gonna be a bubble. Got himself a couple of Word of Glory. Stun on Jesus. Try to see if he can maybe get some trinkets and cooldowns out of him. Gonna be a stun, but Jesus holding on to his CDs completely. Gonna be a full set of pets empowered still. Answer. Just gotta get a chase around the corner. May not have too much going on here. Does he have real wings at the moment? Maybe blessing, protection, potential, adjust to the bubble. So maybe in a bit of a tight spot, but I think the Death Knight may just have him. The early dampening does make it a little bit harder for some of these boys to really get a proper go. Immediate Death Indicate down onto where Fex is walking, gripping him in. Try to see if he can get this Rogue in combat. AMS as he goes in for Sepsis. There goes a good portion of that magic damage, the nature damage, that just isn't going to touch this Death Knight. With an IBF on top of it, got himself plenty of survivability. The main pet getting empowered, does have a slow into Fex. Stun right after. Does Fex go for a trinket? Jesus may be looking for survivability. May just have to go for a death mark before the next stun gets him. May need a death mark right here. Does he have access to a proper trinket or human racial? Gonna be the Rogue diving into stealth. Does he have dots on him? That's where you want to make sure your diseases are on him at all times. Unless, because Fex can't dispel him anymore. Oh my goodness, this is where Jesus goes in for that death pack. He used to go for a little bit of a health increase. Even though he's necrotic a lot of that health, at least has health to work with. A couple of times we've seen Rogues just dive into stealth without a single dot. You do want to keep a dot rolling on Rogue. We no longer have that one conduit from Shadowlands. No shields for Assass and Outlaw. Only Subtlety gets one, but only when they vanish. So when they go into normal restealth, they just don't get a constant shielding. You can actually control them quite a bit with those dots. Gonna be full burst potential out effects. May want to go for a trinket. Cloak with an evasion at the ready. Army that had joined in. Gonna be a slow to effects. Does he have enough damage versus Jesus right now? Jesus looking for a little bit of recovery. Needs the pets to do enough damage. He needs the pets just to do enough damage. Effects looks like Mages have him. The pets are surrounding him. Goes as well as the Mages to the dead. Is it gonna be enough? The effects trying to see if he can dodge around. They're building up call points off of the main pet. Is it gonna be enough? Get a shot on Jesus. Oh, it does go down either way though. Well done, well done, well done. Vindy gonna be up next, getting knocked in or gripped in over to Jesus. Trying to see if he can barrage him from distance. The Archmage versus a Death Knight who is just struggling to survive. In that execute range, every one of those barrages is going to hit like a truck. Gonna be Jesus trying to see if he can get himself the Army of the Dead rolling in. Maybe IBF potential to freeze by Vindy. As he got himself full Radiant Spark for Jesus. Meteor coming down, trying to see if he can blast him out of the way. As an Archmage using the Meteor, which is very interesting, but we've seen it deals before. Knocking back onto Jesus, but it looks like he's going for full recovery. Vindy's the one who's an execute range right now. White could still be in a bit of trouble. Ice block before he goes down. Oh my goodness. Got a break in his back going into that ice block right now. What is that? Stab the spine in half. What does that look? Poly out of Indy, trying to go for a proper poly. Does have a new PvP talent where if they get to juke an interrupt, where they get to cast and maybe it burns the interrupt, you don't interrupt the spell. They basically, I think, get immune to crowd control and interrupts and faster casting for like a little bit of time. So they're playing a new talent. I want to see how well that works out. Gonna be Jesus, getting burned up right now. Big fire breath, Meteor down potentially. Radiant Spark, knocking it back. Doesn't get to freeze him, but it may be big damage. Gonna be blinking away, but I think Vinny may be in trouble. Oh, it does go down either way. The Death Knight just absolutely relentless. Gonna be an interrupt potentially. On to get some, doesn't quite get it. Full poly, doesn't have a ticket for it. Gonna be a great fire attempt by get stomped, but it looks like he's gonna go for a bit of a blink. Got himself the ultra time at the ready. Look at the back away from Jesus. We are into a pretty high dampening right now, so any kind of healing you get at the moment, your healing is going to be very limited. 38% less healing, so you are going to start to feel the pressure with every single second that ticks away. Going to be get stomped, blinking towards the top of the platform, needs to find an escape. Going to be a Greater Invis versus Jesus. And he's trying to see if he can maybe use a Greater Invis to potential reposition away from the Death Knight, but the Death Knight is trying to stay on him. The Chain of Ice constantly slowing him. The pet that's constantly on you, just no one at your bones. Or I guess in some cases like at your hooves. Get stomped. It's going to be a big grippy hand. May have to go for an ice block. Actually kind of just under a ton of pressure. He's trying to figure out a good opportunity to actually have a go versus Jesus. But so far he hasn't been able to. Though as the full Army of the Dead joins in, Get stomped does go for the full ice block. This way they need a proper go. Nova into Jesus. Breath right after. No AMS at the ready. Ring of Frost to follow. Does get to freeze him. Big G Pie. Does himself a proper go. That's going to be also Bloodlust popping in with maybe big burst. Worst up. Oh my god. Massive damages. Pyro blasted the guy down. Just combusted on him. But Jesus is going to go for mad recovery. What is this recovery? The man just took the whole wildfire in itself. He just took the minor fire lens and just healed right through it. What was that? Oh my goodness, boys. That is rough. That is rough. Let's get ourselves another going, yeah?